Hello and welcome to the open evening presentation for physics at St David's College. The aim of this presentation is to give you an overview of the physics course and also to answer any queries you may have about studying physics with us. Firstly then, we can see a simple breakdown of the course. There will be 5 exams in total, 2 will be sat in the first year of the course, and this is the equivalent of an AS level. Then students move on to the second year of the course and complete 3 more exams to achieve the full A level in physics. So in Unit 1 we have motion, energy and matter. We start by covering basic physics. We go into kinematics, dynamics and energy concepts. Now those 3 topics together, kinematics, dynamics and energy concepts, they make up the mechanics side of the course. We then look at solids under stress, we look at particles, and we then start to investigate astronomy also. Into Unit 2, we start our study of electricity through the conduction of electricity, through resistance, and looking at DC circuits. We study waves and the nature of waves and looking at wave properties also. Then we begin to study light. We look at this phenomenon called refraction and reflection as well. We look at photons and we look at something called lasers, and that forms the quantum mechanics side of the course as well. In your second year of study, you'll study oscillations and nuclei, and then fields and medical physics. So we look at more mechanics, we look at then circular motion, vibrations, we look at kinetic theory, thermal physics, we look at radioactivity and the atom, we look at nuclear energy. Then moving into Unit 4, we look at something called the capacitor. We look at electrostatics and gravitational fields, so forces of attraction and repulsion. We try to understand the universe a bit more by looking at orbits. We then go into electromagnetism. We look at magnetic fields and electromagnetic induction. And lastly, we study medical physics, so all of the cool things about the X-ray machine, the MRI scanner, and the ultrasound scanner too. We also have the Unit 5, the practical exam. So the key thing to say here is that the skills that we need for this practical exam are developed over the 2 years. So we have an experimental task that's done in the lab, and then we have a practical analysis task also that's done as a regular exam in the hall. So the physics department is a department of 1, that's myself. I'm Mr. Miller. If you've got any questions or queries about this presentation or about studying physics in general, I'd be more than happy to take any questions via my email. Now you may be wondering what a typical lesson looks like when studying physics at St David's. So every lesson has associated notes that all learners will be given at the start of every topic, and these notes will help guide us through the course. They contain lots of questions and activities that test your understanding of the theory that we're covering. We also have a lot of practical sessions where you have a chance to be hands-on with equipment and be able to test the theories that we're discovering as we progress throughout the year. And lastly, we can't shy away from the fact that studying physics requires a lot of hard work, but most importantly, it's a lot of fun to study. It's a very rewarding subject. You'll be assessed in a number of ways throughout the course. There'll be regular homework, usually in the region of 1 or 2 longer questions per week. We have tests at the end of every topic. We also hold a mock week in January where you'll sit your mock examinations too. So why would you want to choose A-level physics? Well, first and foremost, if you want to study A-level physics, you have to think that it's fun. It's fantastically interesting. We learn about all aspects of the universe. We give explanation to the beauty in nature. Physics is a subject that complements every other subject. There's very good pairings that we can make with a wide variety of subjects. And you may be at the stage in your life where you're thinking about your career, and physics is really a very good subject to have, and it suits a lot of future careers as well. So in order to study A-level physics with us, you need to get at least 6 A star to C grades at GCSE first of all. You will be required to have a double B in double science or a B in separate physics. You will be required to have an A in GCSE mathematics. This is owing to the level of mathematics that's required to be successful at A-level physics. And we need at least a C in English. So an A-level physics can take you many places really. A lot of our learners go off to university, so often they wish to study things like engineering. A lot of students go off to study physics in its own right. We get a lot of mathematics students as well. Some students decide to be an apprentice, they go and do an apprenticeship. Some go straight into the world of work, and we often get a small number that go off into the armed forces as well. In all of these cases, physics is only going to benefit your application. So what other subjects might you be considering with physics? So mathematics is first and foremost. Loads of our students do maths and physics together. We get a large number of students that also pick chemistry or biology. From the engineering side of things, we get students that do product design as well. If you're thinking about going into the finance sector, you might want to pair maths and economics with physics. Some of our students do music with physics as well, but in reality, any subject will complement physics, or physics will complement any other subject, because of the wide variety of skills that you're going to discover. Finally, I hope that this was helpful. If you have any queries or questions, please don't hesitate to contact me at the college, and I look forward to welcoming you in September to St. David's.